if mapapanood man to ng family mo, how do you think they would respond to this? Or how they would react?
I think I like to think na they would like how informative I am. But yung as in ako lang talaga magka-come out, I honestly don't even know how it will happen, and that's what I've been fearing, and that's why I've been putting it off for forever.
Hello, I'm Yvanne Lisa, and welcome to At the Backdoor, where we discuss controversial, taboo, and socially relevant topics. And we'll continue our discussion about being transgender with Ben.
Hi, thank you for having me again.
Continuing, we're talking about transphobia. I also would like to add then na I learned this from another transgender woman na active sa Instagram. And sabi niya that transphobic din if I think of my features as manly.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, kasi yun din yung nasa isip ko. Like, I'm trying to gain muscles and I have armpit hair and that looks really manly, pero that's just pero that's transphobic pala because I'm a woman and these are my womanly features, and armpit hair is
armpit
natural.
Hair is yun nga eh, diba? That's the weirdest thing about people who don't like body hair. Bakit pa yung tutubo if it's not supposed to be there, diba?
True.
Diba? So it doesn't make sense. Yun nga, I think, I read somewhere na this fascination or the standard na women have to be hairless, it's rooted from pedophilia.
Gross.
Right? It's people men wanted women to look as young as possible. That's why they wanted them hairless. So nasty.
Yeah, okay. Going back, how do we support or empower our fellow trans people sa community natin?
I think the simplest and best way to empower trans people is just to have a positive and informative representation. Hindi yung mga cisgender actors ang magpe-play sa mga trans people. Like, I know they say that, wow, exceptional na a cisgender person is playing a trans person. Wow, you're so brave for doing that. But that's not a trans person's reality. People don't exactly call you brave for just being who you are. So I think that we should let trans actors be leads. Always, like, not just secondary characters. Let them be the leads, and let them run for government if they're capable enough, and let them enter yung same space as cis people. Because they, like letting trans women enter pageants, because pageants are based on mind and your beauty, right? And you shouldn't have to measure your womanhood with your body parts, or like with even just your physical appearance. To be honest, I think as long as you identify as a woman and you're proud of being a woman, that's I think that's just the essence of being one. And I don't like how people invalidate trans women to enter pageants kasi nga daw iba daw yung features nila, ganun. But but then, like you said a while ago, but then cis women also think that they have manly features. So what is the line here, right? So just let them if we're not, like, right nowadays, if we're not if we're no longer discriminating race or even sexual orientation, yung 'di ba ngayon there was a lesbian candidate sa mga pageant ata ganun. If we're not discriminating that, if that doesn't matter, if that doesn't take away from their personality and their advocacy, I think yun yung importante 'di ba sa mga pageant. Why should gender non-conforming, like not just trans people, there's also non-binary, and there are also actually may mga intersex people then they were born with maybe both parts, both organs, or they have one of the other, and they exist, and they sometimes they identify as cis ganun. Why i-exclude na ba natin sila just for what they have between their legs? Are we going to look? Why does it matter, diba? So why should gender non-conforming people be othered? Yun yung main word. Like, why do we have to be in a separate category? Yeah. I think when people start to see, more trans people, more trans women, more trans men, a lot of other kids will also would be more open to it. Yung alam mo yung sinasabi ng mga iba na it will encourage others to like turn trans or turn gay. But we have been watching heterosexual relationships since the dawn of time, and I didn't stay straight. So what is the point anyway? Yeah, so that's what I think.
I'm curious what you think about trans people joining sports.
Yeah. Oh yeah, narinig ko na din yan. Tapos yung argument nila is magkaiba daw talaga yung magkaiba daw yung strength level mo dahil daw if a trans woman shouldn't join the women's division kasi daw may testosterone pa rin sila. But yung sumaling trans woman na yun, she has already fully transitioned. She completely changed all her hormones. So, edi parang sinasabi mo na rin, yung mga women yung mga cis women, they're not strong enough to handle her. Diba? So parang pag sinabi mo, if a trans person can't do it, you're also belittling cisgender people na hindi nila kakayanin yun, hindi nila kakayan against a trans person, di ba? Parang yun nga, like we have agreed kanina, yun nga, it's more on our insecurities as a cis person na rin.
So, yung mga sumasali sa sports, sorry, curious lang ako. So, sumasali sa sports, they have to be fully transitioned para it would be like fair game?
Yun nga, that's what I'm actually not knowledgeable about yet. Since I'm not into sports, I don't know. I don't know the rules of this. But yun nga, if people are so concerned about the yung strength or something, I think yun nga, mahirap din sagutin kasi nga it can be different biologically, but at the same time, everybody's always different. Everybody has a different level of strength. Na kahit like if somebody's shorter, sometimes they can be even stronger, or they can excel in basketball. And I don't think gender has to do with that. Kasi diba, yun nga, madami ng nasa women's basketball team na maliit naman, but they're good at playing the sport. So I can't really say for sure that the trans person who wants to enter should fully transition. I think it should always depend on them, if what they think, if yung sa tingin nila pwede yung standard, or yung if they can meet the standard or yung rules of the game, or yung di ba may mga may mga weight class ganon, depending on
weight
sport.
division.
Weight division. I think that's just really what should come down to it. Yung may mga naman may ibang criteria naman na pwedeng i-meet. Yeah.
Sa media naman, when it comes to support for trans men versus trans women, like napapansin ko mas accepting yung mga tao with trans women and sa trans men hindi gaano. Why do you think so?
I think it's just because mas maraming representation ang trans women. So more people can, like, I think yun yung sabi ko, that's why the first step is to see more trans people in media. Kasi the more you see it, the more you try to understand. And lately there have been a lot of trans women who became leads in shows, like for example, Pose. Have you ever heard of that show?
Yes.
It's so good, right? Yeah,
Sobra.
that's one of my favorites.
Guys, watch it.
Because ang ganda talaga nung pag-represent nila, and they also have, you know, trans women who are playing the leads. Tapos even gender non-conforming people talaga are being represented there as themselves, like they're playing who they are. And but yun nga, even though na we can say that we have come to accept trans women in media, I think trans women are also more likely to be victims to violence, because there's more of them that we see, and there's more of people who think that it's okay to just try to hurt people or try to hurt women this way, na dahil akala nila niloloko sila, ganun. And sa trans men naman, I think it's not that we're less accepting, but it's more that we just haven't seen enough trans men to accept na they're not trans men aren't easily met with violence, the same kind of violence that trans women face, but it does happen too. Talagang may mga ibang tao na, like, they think that they could change someone, and I think that there isn't enough trans men in the mainstream to support, and I think that's why it's important to openly, yung as in talagang try to give them more exposure, or to openly support those trans men that you already know. And yun nga, I think, you know, some people don't easily accept trans men, but I think it's only from thinking that they're just butch lesbians, ganun. They don't see them as men. That's, I think, yun nga, I think that's the kind of non-acceptance that people treat trans men with. And yeah, I think we just need to start with I think we need to start with just not assuming na kasi ngayon, 'di ba, parang nagsimula naman na tayong stop assuming that somebody's gay, like a guy is gay for just liking feminine things. So yeah, I think we should extend that na to stop assuming that like a masculine looking person is just a lesbian. Yung parang yun lang alam nila talagang to go straight for. And the first way to do that is to just educate ourselves. Yung talagang magtanong ka lang naman, yun lang naman yung pwede mong simulan, magtanong ka lang sa ibang tao, or tanungin mo. Actually, it's much better na tatanungin mo ng maayos yung tao na yun, imbis na magtatanong ka sa iba na, huy, babae ba yun, ganun. That's what I also hate, yung magbubulungan yung ibang tao about me. Yeah, so it's very annoying kasi, di ba, even as a cis person, sobrang like insulting na pagbubulungan ka, whatever it is about in general. Talagang nakakairita lang na pag-uusapan ka ng ibang tao. So yeah, I think we should really learn to I think we should unlearn these things.
Yeah. Ano rin ako, like, even if I'm straight, pinagkakamalan ako lagi. They would assume that I'm bisexual or bakla ako kasi I don't have boobs. I don't have boobs. I have thick hair.
What? Okay, yeah.
Ina-assume nila na baka trans woman ako or bakla ako.
Insulting din talaga. Like, as, yun nga, i-assume mo sa ibang tao.
Yeah. Ako personally naman, hindi ako na-insult kasi ang goal ko talaga is to challenge people's mindset.
Yeah, I think that's very good. To like, yung hindi lang, like, it's not the same kind of femininity is what you're going to see for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Yung about sa support sa trans men, napansin ko nga din na the more that you are more appealing sa male gaze, mas accepted ka. Like,
Really?
kung feminine lesbian ka, accepted ka pa rin ng male gaze. Yeah, and the more that you veer away from that, mas hindi ka nila accept.
Oh yeah, yung mga, lalo na yung mga butch lesbian, they're always like, you know, yun nga yung sabi ko kanina, they're always like trying to change that person. Yeah, so I understand.
When it comes to dating naman, kasi this is a question din na very common, I think. When should a trans person disclose that they are trans? Or is that your responsibility or responsibility ng partner mo to just?
Yun nga eh. I think yung parang collective answer na ng mga, like, among trans people na sila yung sumasagot din. I've been searching about this too because yun nga. What they say is that no one should be obligated to disclose it because they're already a man or a woman. But I think it just depends. It should only depend if they wanted to. Kung gusto lang talaga nila dapat mag-disclose. You shouldn't have to force someone to tell you if they're trans or not because that's just disrespectful. Yun nga yung sabi natin kanina na we're being forced to they are assuming for us ganun. So you're not obligated to justify yourself for someone else. And especially based na talagang there is a history of discrimination and violence and even death of trans people. I think yung kung gusto mo talaga to disclose to someone, the safest opportunity would be before you decide to meet in person. So I think the best way would be to disclose it online na lang ganon to also just it's for your own safety too kasi nga you don't exactly know how people would react.
Yung mga cisgender people din kasi pag hindi dinisclose sa kanila kagad yung gender identity nila, they feel like they're being tricked. Pero no one's tricking you. They are real women. They're real men.
Yeah, yun nga. Doon nagkagaling yung thinking na yun na even though you say that you're accepting of trans people, but the fact that you're trying to separate them as real and not real, yun yung talagang kailangan mong baguhin. You need to stop thinking na they're like secondary or like parang, for example, like they're from a different country tapos mag-move sa ibang country and you will accept na diba you would accept what citizenship they have, parang ganun. Hindi mo natatanungin yun. You don't need to like try to identify them like I said a while ago, ganun.
If mapapanood man to ng family mo, how do you think they would respond to this? Or how they would react?
I think I like to think na they would like how informative I am. But yung as in ako lang talaga magka-come out, I honestly don't even know how it will happen, and that's what I've been fearing, and that's why I've been putting it off for forever. And it's hard to tell if they would be supportive or tolerant lang with reservations. Yung baka sige pero I can't refer to you as the name, I can refer to you as Den, ganun, kasi sanay na ako sa pangalan mo. Hindi ko alam kung magiging tolerant lang sila na as in, okay, you can dress up as how you want, pero they wouldn't allow me to go through surgery, like surgical transition, ganun. Or, I don't know, maybe they might even disown me, so hindi ko talaga alam kung ano yung i-react nila. But, I'm still giving it as much time as I could kasi nga parang I think I'm also not ready for any changes. So I think yun nga, like I want but with my friends, I'm always open about this. Like kasi nga, since yun na lang yung only space ko to feel like myself and to feel safe, yun, I always try, like even on my online, my social media presence is always going to be masculine. So yun, I always ask people to only strictly refer to me as male kasi nga, that's the only space that I have for now.
Mm-mm. How do you deal with transphobic people?
I don't engage. Yun nga, I'll try to educate them, but if they chose to be ignorant, I think it goes for anyone. It's not our responsibility to educate other people. Ang dami ng sources ngayon. There's Google or anything. You can easily find information. So, yun nga, some people would just keep being close-minded, and I know that we shouldn't just be parang yung parang pabaya na lang din. Na I think yun nga, meron talaga kailangan naman talaga ng active change. I believe that, but at the same time, you don't need to be stressing yourself over these people. Yung talagang unahin mo na lang yung sarili mo. You don't owe anyone an explanation, and I don't need to justify myself to other people. Then
what are some unexpected experiences during your free transition that maybe one of our viewers are also pre-op?
Oh yeah. I did not expect. I'm getting emotional, but I didn't expect that I would be this happy. Like, I know, every insecurity I have, like if I get it now, ang iniisip ko na lang na I can resolve this, and I can resolve this one day. That I will be in the body that I'm meant to be in one day. Thus, like even if I don't like my voice or yun lang, para actually compared to how I was back then, I can give a whole list about the things that I don't like about myself. That's now I can just say I don't like my voice because it gives it away to other people. This, I used to feel like my problems were a dead end. Na parang I didn't feel like I deserved to be alive. This, I was so scared to let myself identify as male because I thought it would be a mistake. But I've been identifying as this for like 3 years now, or even 5 years, I think. But yeah, around that time. So, but I, as insecure as I would sometimes feel like, I don't regret it at all. Like it really has helped me be a lot more comfortable with myself. If I have any advice for like other or who's ever questioning their own gender, we shouldn't have to just don't listen to anyone but yourself. Talagang yun yung pinaka tumulong sa akin to get out of the gender crisis, to get out of the struggle, is to just shut all of the opinions and the thoughts away for a bit. Just think about yourself. Just you identify as what you really feel like, what deeply makes you happy and what deeply makes you feel like yourself.
Yeah. And I understand that it's a process, no? So you really have to be patient with yourself.
Yeah, I think that's also one of the things that I didn't expect. Na since I quit so easily, like I quit hobbies and interests quite easily, but it's been like almost 5 years of me identifying as this, and I haven't really changed. And the longer I stay like this, the more I feel na like myself. Tapos yun nga, like I said a while ago, yung female identity that I try to fit into, that's what feels more like a costume to me.
So I guess that's it. Would you like to add anything more?
Yeah, thank you for having me here.
Of course.
Thank you for all the great questions. Yeah, it was such an honor to be able to have this platform. Yeah, thank you for letting me talk about this. Kasi nga, I try to be self. Ganon. I don't tell others that I'm trans. I just tell them I'm male. Para wala na lang tanong ganon. So thank you for also giving me this space. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. Like, sobrang na-educate ako. Like, I really want you to guest here. Like, last year pa, di ba?
Thank you so much. Yeah.
So, thank
I'm
you.
really glad I'm really glad that you guys have this platform for other people too. Yeah.
I'm glad that you are so open, and it's really brave of you to do this. So, thank you so much.
Thank you
I really
too.
appreciate it.
Yes,
okay.
I'm very honored to be here. Thank you so much.
Okay, if you guys enjoyed that video as much as I did, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe down below. And also hit the notification bell thingy. Wow, YouTuber. Support our Patreon page. It's also linked down below. And all of our social media, we're going to be on TikTok soon. And we are also on Facebook and Instagram. And please subscribe to Dan's YouTube channel.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll send you guys the link.
Okay.
It's just Dan. Yeah, the title of my YouTube page. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Your social media pages.
At springday_mp4. Yeah.
Okay.
I shouldn't be exposing this, but yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you guys on the next video. Bye.